Hello beauties, welcome to the Lunch and Learn with me. I am Valeria Lipovetsky, and today I'm going to show you my everyday fresh makeup routine. I'm just gonna pin this comment and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I am a fashion and lifestyle content creator, a very tired mother of three, but we're gonna cover it all up today with this go-to makeup tutorial. So today I am focusing on showing you honestly my one go-to look that just never fails to present myself properly to the world. I'm gonna be using the Clean Fresh line from COVERGIRL, and I'm gonna take you step by step, but also if you guys have any questions at all, I'm here. We're gonna be talking, we're going to interact with each other, and I'm gonna start doing my makeup. So I am the kind of person who loves to do makeup with their fingers. That way I feel like I just blend it properly, and I guess the formula kind of warms up in my fingers, so it kind of feels like more, I don't know, like it flows with the rest of my skin, like it absorbs, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna start with this Clean Fresh Skin Milk Foundation. I am using the light medium, and I love this as a product for everyday look. I like that it's buildable, so if you guys need a little bit more coverage, you can totally achieve that and keep kind of putting it on. And I like the glowiness that it creates on my skin. So I'm just going to apply it all around. I feel like for the longest time I was forcing myself to use brushes, and I always felt so awkward with brushes. So when I understood that there's really no right or wrong way to do makeup, it just made this whole process so much easier. I wonder how many people use their fingers to apply makeup. You definitely want to make sure that everything is clean, you washed your hands. I have a sanitizer here just to make sure, and there we have it. Okay, I use a pretty light application. I don't like to cover too much. I like that you can see freckles. I like that you can see skin texture. I'm all for that, and it is kind of the fresh look, like I just roll out of bed, but I look put together. That's kind of the vibe we're going for right now. Then I'm gonna be using this hydrating concealer to help with whatever it is that I need to conceal. So the way I like to apply it is do it here and then here. And what I've learned recently, which I didn't even know, is the fact that putting it right here in the middle, it's not necessarily going to solve much. I feel like sometimes when we pile on concealer, if you have any dark circles or you want to color correct, it doesn't always look great. But for a little lifting technique, I've learned that if you put it right here, right on the inner kind of corner eye, and then you focus more on here so you can kind of, you know, lift it up, it gives like a more awake look. I do still apply a little bit under the eye, but I don't focus too much on that. And I am using a brush, so this is the only brush I'll be using today. Then, once I make sure to blend it, we're gonna move to the eyebrows, because honestly this is painful to see that my eyebrows are not painted on. If there's one thing that I absolutely can't leave the house without, is my eyebrows. So let's make sure that that's done. I'm just going through your comments, want to make sure if you guys have any questions, and gonna move to the eyebrows. What is the one product you guys can't live without? I want to know. Comments. And then I have my eyebrow trio. This is pretty much everything I need to help this situation. And I'm gonna start with the Easy Breezy Brow. So the reason why I start with this, as you can see, does the concealer sink into the fine lines? You know what, that's why I kind of like to use the brush, because I feel like it just does a really good job with spreading it properly, and throughout the day I don't see any creases, so hence why the product is great. I think also because it's hydrating concealer, it doesn't like dry up, which is really helpful. And then, so back to my eyebrows, because I have I don't really thread my eyebrows, they just don't grow, they stop growing in like 7th grade. I like to use like formulas like this that I can fluff them in a very natural way. So what I like to do is, look, even using just the brow gel, it does such a great job with fluffing them out. If you have a lot of kind of vacancy throughout your eyebrow, what I like to do is kind of going against the growth and then doing this. So what it does is that kind of helps the fiber and the color to catch on all the hairs, and it does a great job to just fill them in. This is just the gel. I didn't even use, and I don't even know if I need to use the pencil. Let me see. Someone asked if I don't use powder. So I do use the powder, but I actually set everything in towards the end. I have this thing with powder where I like to, like, that's how I finish up my look. I don't necessarily put it throughout the process, and because this is a very natural, like everyday type of look, it's not necessary to kind of set it in right away, at least for me. I'll do the same here. Oh, okay. Now I feel like I can take over the world. Girl just needs coffee and brows. That's that. And we are definitely getting that bushy eyebrow look, which is a little homage to Brooke Shields. Okay, then I do feel like I got everything I needed for my brows, but in case you do have any kind of other areas you want to fill in, this pencil is my favorite go-to. This is, I use Soft Blonde, and this is ultra fine, so it kind of helps with just making sure that you fill in any areas that need a little bit more attention. And that's really it. I also like when I do eyebrows, I kind of like it to look as natural as possible, so I make sure that, you know, it's not necessarily a very perfect look, it's more of that natural situation. So I kind of like to fill them in like this, just kind of doing these gentle strokes. Because it's ultra fine, it really gets into all the areas I need. Okay, once this is finished, we're gonna move now to, this is gonna be a fast one because this is literally just that, everything you need for that natural look. So for blush, I'm a big person I'm really big into using multi-purpose products. So I always find ways to use one product in multiple ways. So for me, lip oil from COVERGIRL has been like, this is probably one of the top products that I love. I have a few of them here that I carry in different bags. You know that like one lipstick or lip balm that just you buy multiples to make sure that you always have it with you. So this one is mine. I use transparent. This is the tinted lip oil. So the transparent I use to hydrate my lips, but then there's one with color that I always kind of go back to when I need a little bit of color. This is Swipe Ripe, and And I love that it's hydrating, and it's kind of a mix between a lip balm and a gloss without that annoying feel of a gloss. So what I decided to do today is do a little bit of a cheek action with this lip oil. So it kind of will give a glowy look to it because it does have some shimmer, and it will also provide that color that we're looking for. If you are using a lip oil, which one is your favorite shade? I have two that I love. So mine is this Swipe Right, and then I also have the Fresh Squeezed. And I'm just gonna do it a little bit more. I like to go right here for that like sun-kissed look. And then once we get that, I'm gonna apply it to my lips. And this, I have to say, is really addicting, this lip oil. There's something like nostalgic about the application and just the product in general. I mean, I don't know if you guys are 90s babies when lip gloss was all the rage. I'm sure it was the rage in other eras as well, but I just remember sitting in school and just feeling like such a boss, just sitting there and applying my lip gloss nonstop. So have to say, this really like makes me feel empowered, and also, you know, reminds me of those good old days, just being clueless and listening to Britney Spears. Okay, so we have the lips, and before I'm gonna apply my mascara, I am going to use the powder. So I know a lot of you guys asked about the powder, and if I do use it. So I do wanna set certain areas in. I don't use powder everywhere. I like my skin, again, to feel very fresh and very minimal. So I am using this COVERGIRL Clean Fresh Press Powder in Translucent. And the only areas I'll be really focusing on is just here, because I do have usually a lot of shine in this area, and then a little bit here. And then I'll take the smaller brush and I'll just apply it here, and I make sure that I really tap it on and not just swipe it over. That way I know that my concealer would last longer, and I won't have any unnecessary movement in that area. There you have it. Okay, this is really the only areas that I use powder on. I did forget to put a little concealer here. This is usually also an area that I like to put a little bit of concealer in, because I do experience some redness there. So let me just add that in. Okay, then I'm going for my mascara. This is also key to kind of complete the look. We still have a little bit of a glowy action coming our way, but with the mascara, for every day I use the brownish one. This is black brown. For me, I guess when you're a brunette, when you use brown, it just is not as intense looking. So I like to use the black in the evening, just to make it much more, you know, festive, fancy, I don't know. But brown is always a great way to create a natural look and make your lashes pop, but in a very understated way. So I can go on with mascara forever. Mascara is like, applying mascara is a therapy for me, I have to say. So I just like to focus more towards the end of my eye, like the outer corner of the lashes, because I love to create that kind of awake cat eye look without an eyeliner. So what I like to do is give a little extra love to that corner. A lot of love to that outer corner. And then we're gonna move to the other eye. I know a lot of people, and I don't know if a lot of people still do it. Do you guys apply mascara on the bottom like lashes? Because I feel like for me, I don't know what it is. Since I was a little girl, started using makeup, every time I would apply mascara on my lower lashes, it feels to me like my face just like kind of sinks. So I think it's definitely something, a theory in my head. I don't think that's the case, but I've always had like a little love-hate relationship with that. I definitely think that for some people it really works with opening the eye, but not for me. Okay, I love how I'm like, you know, just naturally. I never understood people, whenever I watch makeup tutorials and they do like 2 swipes, I know this is not, we're not gonna be friends. Like this is not gonna work out. So I always make sure to say that I really, really love the mascara application. And for me, that's the only way to go. I even think it's a little bit of a mental thing where I have to like have at least, I have to go through it like at least 18 times for it to look good. Okay, so as you can see, we are achieving our goal. I didn't want to kind of create a face, like I didn't want to put a mask on. I wanted to create something that this is like my go-to for every day. I wake up in the morning, it's kind of like on autopilot for me, using products that works with my lifestyle, that's easy, they're clean, and I also kind of have my shades, you know, lined up for me, so I know that first thing in the morning, I don't like to think about it too much. I just grab it, I know what goes where, and we're good to go. What am I looking for? Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so then we're gonna finish it all with this cooling glow stick. I have to say, the sensation I get when I use this is pretty awesome. I don't know if you guys tried this. The cooling effect is my favorite. So I'm going to apply it right in the corners here. I like when this side has a little bit of a illuminating effect, and then I'll do the same on this side. I use transparent during the day, and then again, you guys, as I mentioned, I love multi-purpose, so I'm gonna apply it right here to create a little light. And a little bit here, because you know, I like a little Cupid bow. Focus, okay. Clean, fresh. So this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. This is honestly my favorite way to just do my makeup. It works every time, and still feel like myself, you know? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys can check me out at Valeria Lipovetsky if you don't follow me, and you can check out the products that I've mentioned. And if you are going to recreate the look, I actually have a note here because I do want you to try to recreate this everyday look. Don't forget to tag me, COVERGIRL, and there's a hashtag, and it's COVERGIRLMade. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.